Hi, welcome to Mariel Beads and Beyond. Today I'm gonna show you how to make this easy, pretty bracelet. I really like it. You can make it in two different ways. This is the same bracelet. This one is just made with 4mm pearls and delicas, and this one is with 4mm bicones. The only difference between these two, besides the accent bead, is this little peacock that I add at the end. I like them both, but I kind of just like it this way. It's just so thin and pretty, and you can stack them. The same with this one. That's what I wanted to show you both. You can decide if you want to make this one or if you want to continue and finish it this way. I think they both are really pretty. I like them both. And this one, I haven't removed the thread because I don't know if I want to add the picot or not. But I wanted to show you before. I haven't decided. I think they both really look pretty. So I hope you guys like this tutorial. I have the materials available in my website. And probably around this week, I'm going to have the kits available. I'm going to add another color combination that I don't have, but you're going to be available to see it on the website. I also have this clasp available as well. So I hope you guys like this tutorial, and all the materials you're going to need, they're going to be listed in the description box. So I hope you guys like this tutorial. Let's get started. You are going to pick up 4 delicas. You are going to bring them down, and you're going to leave like 6 inches to add your clasp. You are going to sew through 2. You are going to sew down through 2 more. Pull tight. You're going to pick up one 4mm pearl or bicone, whatever you're using, and you are going to pick up 4 delicas. So one 4mm and 4 delicas. You are going to bring them down. And you want to be holding your thread. You want to try your tension as tight as you can. Your thread is coming out of this delica. We are going to sew up through 2 delicas. We want to be holding the thread. Hold your delicas and continue pulling. And this is what you're gonna have. We are going to sew down through the 2 delicas. We are going to sew through the pearl. And very important right here, you already have these 2 delicas connected to the pearl. So we want to sew up through these 2, the ones that are not connecting to the pearl, like this. So when we pull, our pearl is center. So you're gonna make sure these delicas are all connected to the pearl. In order to continue, we are going to sew down through these 2. You are going to pick up 2 delicas. Your thread is coming out of this delica right here. We are going to sew back through the 2 delicas. Our thread is coming out of this delica again. We are going to sew up through these 2 delicas. Pull tight, pick up 2 delicas. Our thread is coming out up here. We are going to sew through the same 2 delicas. we are going to come down through the 2 delicas that we just add. You are going to pick up the pearl in 4 delicas. You are going to hold your thread because you want this to be as tight as possible, and you are going to sew through 2. You are going to sew down through the other 2, and try to keep these beads close like this. This is what you should have. Your thread is coming out of this delica. We are going to sew up through the 2 that are holding the other pearl. And we are going to come down through the 2 delicas that our thread was coming out of. You are going to sew up through the other 2 delicas. And now pull tight. You're gonna pick up 2 delicas. Your thread, it's coming out of this delica. We are going to sew through those 2 delicas. Come down through the 2 delicas we just add. And we are going to sew down through the pearl. Pick up 2 delicas and sew down through the 2 delicas right here. And we are going to sew up through the 2 delicas we just add. You are going to pick up 2 delicas, sew up through the 2 delicas, come down through the 2 delicas, pick up 2 delicas. Your thread is coming out of this delica. We are going to sew back down through the delicas. Up through the 2 delicas. Pick up 2 delicas. Your thread is coming out of this delica. We are going to sew up through the 2 delicas. And as you notice, this time we adding 3 sets of delicas. So we are going to sew down through the delicas. Pick up 1 pearl and 4 delicas. Bring them down. Sew up through 2. Come down through 2. Pick up 2 delicas. Your thread is coming out of this delica. We are going to sew down through the same 2 delicas. Sew up through the 2 delicas we just add. Your thread is coming out from this Delica. We are going to come down through these two that are holding the previous pearl. And we are going to sew up through the same two Delicas. Pull tight. We are going to come down through the next two. And we are going to sew down through the pearl. And we are going to sew down through the two previous Delica. You're gonna sew through the next two Delicas, and from now on you're gonna continue repeating the same steps. Right now you're gonna repeat the steps to the way you add the second pearl, and then you're gonna repeat the steps you to add the third pearl. So you're gonna be one time you're gonna have to add just two sets of Delicas and then your pearl, and then the following one you're gonna have to add three sets of Delicas. So you're gonna continue repeating these steps until you get the length that you need for your bracelet. For mine, I add 29 Bicones. If you want the same length of mine, you need to add 29 pearls or Bicones or 4mm fire polish, whatever you're using for your bracelet. And I'll be right back to show you the next step. I have the length that I need for my bracelet. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm going to start adding my clasp. Your thread, it's coming out of this Delica right here. You are going to pick up 3 15/0s and you are going to sew back through these two Delicas like this. You are going to pick up 5 15/0s. You are going to bring them down. You are going to grab your clasp, sew up. You are going to pick up 2 15/0s. We are going to bring them down. We are going to skip just the 2 15/0s we add, the clasp and 2 15/0s, and we are going to sew through the third 15/0. You are going to pick up 2 15/0s and you are going to sew through these two Delicas. You are going to pick up 3 15/0s and we are going to sew back through the same two Delicas. This is the way you're gonna add your clasp. So all you have to do right now is reinforce, and to reinforce you are going to sew down through these two Delicas, through the pearl, through these Delicas, down through these two Delicas, and you are in position to reinforce right now. and through the two delicas. And you can reinforce one or two more times depending how many passes you can do through your seed beads. I reinforce 3 times my clasp. Right now you are coming out of the first delicas. You are going to pick up 3 15-ohs and you're just gonna come down through the next 2 and if you can through the crystal. Your thread is coming out of the crystal, you are going to sew through the first 2 delicas. Pick up 3 15-ohs and you are going to come down through the next 2 delicas. I want you to go ahead and do the same step on the other side. After you finish on both sides adding your clasp and add your first 2 sets of 15s, you're going to continue adding your 15-ohs. Your thread is coming out of these 2 delicas. We are going to sew up through the next 2. We are going to pick up 3 15-ohs and you are going to come down through the next 2. And you gotta continue repeating this all the way around. So up through the next 2. Pick up 3 and come down. The reason why I have you adding this 2 set of 15-ohs when you add your clasp, it's because if your bracelet has a pair number of accent beads, you're gonna end up with this discrepancy. So right here, if you didn't add these ones, you're gonna have to come up and then add your 3, and then these ones you won't have any place to work. So I figure it's easy if you have these 3 already. So remember, this is only gonna happen when you add a number pair of crystals. If you have an odd number, you're not gonna have this discrepancy. So what I did right here, it's gonna be easier for you to fix this discrepancy than if you don't add them. So that's why it's important to do it only if you're gonna have a even number of 4 millimeters. So if you end up like this, what you gotta do, your thread is coming out of this Delica, you're gonna come only one of the previous Delicas like this. And right here, your thread is coming out right here. We are going to sew up through the next Delica across, and if you can, sew through the 15-oh. And right here, cap 1 15-oh, you're gonna sew through the 15. So this is what you should have, and it doesn't really look bad. So that's the reason why you have to do the 2 ends at the start. Continue repeating the steps on this side, and I'll be right back to show you my bracelet when it's done. I'm done with my bracelet. I hope you guys like this tutorial. I think this is a really fun and easy project. This is really easy to make, so I hope it was easy to follow along, and I hope you guys enjoy it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, like my videos, and share them with your friends. Until next time, bye bye.